It's Thursday, and we all know what that means. Yes, a show that almost always starts on time.
Hey!
The show that will never get boring arguing over semantics.
Hey!
Right, it's that show on Thursday with Ziona and Slaygon. Live on Slay Radio.
Oh, I forgot to put us on the thingy.
Yes, put us on the thingy. And hello, everyone.
Shall put us on the thingy.
Okay. Are you? Should we wait for that until you put us on the thingy, or we should just say hello?
It's on the thingy. We can say hello.
So, hi, everyone. It's the 12th of June, 2025.
And it's someone's birthday.
And who is that?
I don't know.
Who totally forgot that she needs to prepare a promo for the show tonight.
Well, it's a good thing I was around, so I did that.
Oh, so nice. Yeah, I see your Photoshop craft in there.
Yeah. GIMP.
Oh, GIMP. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And
perfect.
also, I'm wearing the appropriate attire today. See?
Aww.
Yeah. So, it's the 12th of June, and it's your 42nd birthday. The life, the universe, and everything.
Yes, that's the year of wisdom. Like, thank you. And thanks a lot. And I always feel awkward when I see that. Like, oh my God, everyone is just saying happy birthday, congratulates me. And I'm like, should I hide or anything? Or apologize? But...
So yeah, 42 years old, or 504 months, if you want to count those, or 2,191 weeks, or
that's a lot of weeks,
or 15,341 days, which translates to 3-bed in hex. Just so you know.
Wow, that's a lot of days. I've been around for.
Hence the intro, the 3-bed.
Okay. Well, thanks for the explanation. Very nice. And
I don't know if you know, but I dug through the historical archives for weather reports on your birthday for 1983. I couldn't find anything for Debrecen, which is where I presume you were born. But I did find some for Budapest, and it was apparently 24 degrees in Budapest.
Well.
On June 12th, 1983. And I don't know if you knew, but Ronald Reagan was the president in the US.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
and the movie Return of the Jedi is at the top of the box office on your birthday.
Oh.
And Margaret Thatcher was the prime minister in the UK.
Okay.
There were some games released also on the 64, and I didn't find specific dates, but a couple of the things that were released in 1983 were Mew, for instance, Forbidden Forest.
Oh.
Don't go walking slow on your own in Forbidden Forest. Aztec Challenge. And Frogger 64.
This is really cool.
Yes.
Wow, what a cool day to born at.
Yes. And I don't know if you remember, but it was a Sunday, so, chillax kind of a day to be born in.
Well,
so that was. It's also the 163rd day of the year. Your zodiac sign, as we all know, is Pig. The Chinese one. The regular one is the Gemini, obviously. And do you know what the number one spot in the US charts were on your birthday on the same week?
I have no idea. What?
What a feeling!
That's why it's one of my all-time favorite songs.
It's Flashdance.
I love that. Okay.
And in the UK, it was The Police with Every Breath You Take.
Oh my God, this
And
is
the
so
moon
cool.
was a new moon, obviously because new baby, new moon.
Well, there were new babies every day, I assume, so according to this logic. But
Probably.
there is a slight chance for that.
Yes.
Yeah, like
So we have the US and the UK top 5 charts. We had Flashdance, What a Feeling in the US. David Bowie on the second place with Let's Dance. Dun, 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 tsh. And Culture Club at number 3 with Time. And 4 was Men at Work with Overkill. 5, Lionel Richie with My Love.
oh, these are
And-
great tracks. Yeah.
Yes, and in the UK, as mentioned before, The Police with Every Breath You Take. Second place was Wham! With Baby Jane. Number 4 was China Girl with David Bowie. And Nobody's Diary with Yazoo was in the 5th place there.
That's it, boss. Why you can't just do the what was the year like with this year? Because honestly, obviously, this was actually a great week and a great year music-wise, and I really like the tracks that were on the top charts. So I would just love that, and well, then now I would recognize what he is talking about probably. But here's the thing: like during the latest weeks, he had years that I obviously have no idea about since I wasn't even born. So, but yeah, I get that. They are great tracks too, but 80s.
Also, when else you weren't born?
When else?
Yes, you were not born. I had to go back far back in the archives to make sure, but I'm pretty sure you were not born in 1553 when the English king Edward VI accepts the Archbishop Thomas Cranber's 42 articles on church reformation.
Okay.
That
All
was
right.
1553, and in 1665, New Amsterdam legally becomes an English colony and is renamed New York after the English Duke of York.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow. And in 1840, a meteorite hits Uden, Netherlands.
Poor Netherlands.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
I didn't have time to check what kind of size or whatever it was. Maybe that's
Maybe it
why
was
they
just
are
a
below
tiny one.
below sea level. Probably not. In 1840. 1902. Australian females apparently got the privilege of voting.
This is a great time of the year. I
Yes.
always keep saying that, but it's really great. And
Yes.
guess what? Well, Bolo says, born 2 days before Donald Trump. Do you intend to make a parrot?
Well, I'm born 2 days after Donald Trump. So
That's actually fun because I just gotta say, we are not going into details of politics. You obviously know where we stand and all of that. No need to get into details. But the fun part is that my country's main man for quite a while, like even the opposing man, they were both Geminis, and even Orban is a Gemini. And I think that is like, I don't believe like very deeply in this zodiac thing, but there's something there with the politicians and talking and Gemini and all of that. So I think there is something to that.
yeah.
Right?
That
Right?
probably
It's just
is.
so weird. It's like, we were made for talking, or at least I was,
Well,
I guess.
she definitely was.
Yeah.
I'm just reading, not talking.
Well, you can, apparently you figured out you also can talk.
Well,
Especially with a
sometimes I
little
can.
encouragement. So
Sometimes, yes. But to go back to the years around here, in 1981, we're closing up on your birthday, or birth year rather.
That's not my birth year, but...
We're closing up.
Okay.
In 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first Indiana Jones film, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Harrison Ford, with a story by George Lucas, premieres. 81. It's been a fucking minute. 87. Oh, no, 83. I'll get back to that shortly. In 87, Reagan calls on Gorbachev to tear down this wall. That was 87 on your birthday.
On my birthday?
On your birthday.
Whoa.
And here's a fact that Boz absolutely will love. In 1990, Mariah Carey, who can totally carry a note if you ask her for one specific note, she can totally carry it. She released her first debut album, the self-titled album called Mariah Carey.
Aww.
So that was 1990, and then apparently nothing happened on this day for 10 years, because now we're at 2000.
Okay.
The first X-Men movie came out, the first one that was made out of the X-Men series, comic book series.
We're never going to play a track
that was,
today, by the way.
Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, and Ian Kellen. And of course, now there's 14 other movies, including Deadpool and Wolverine. And again, took 10 years more before anything happened on your birthday. Toy Story 3 with Tom Hanks and Tim Allen premieres at the Taormina Film Festival in Italy, and it's the first animated film to score $1 billion in the box office. That's a milestone, I guess.
Wow.
And here's a fun story for, THC Flatline. In 2019, the earliest evidence of humans smoking cannabis was discovered in a 2,500-year-old grave in Pamir Mountains, China.
Wow, that has a past.
Yes, but there was apparently something happening in 1983, and apparently also was the only thing that was of relevance that happened that year, according to the newspapers. But now they can add your birthday to that important list of things that happened in 1983 on June 12th. But the only other headline that could be found was that comet C/1983 Sugano Saigusa Fujikawa approaches at 0.0628 astronomical units from the Earth. Just as a comparison, the Moon is at 0.0026 AU from Earth, so not very close.
Okay. All right. Well.
So there's some bits and pieces.
Well, thank you very much. That must have been quite a collection of data there. So thank you so much. We could have chopped up with a track.
No, we couldn't.
It was so much. No, but yes, I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Slaygon has made me a cake today. It's delicious.
That's also the cake I used, the picture of the cake as my face on the promo image.
Yeah, you can see that. And it's apparently it was his time to prepare a promo image today, because I completely forgot about it. And I usually don't forget about it, but it's like I was working today and then I fell asleep. And then I just woke up and, oh my God, we need to prepare because there is a show today. And apparently, after 21 minutes, we also need to add there will be a remix news today around 9 o'clock.
There will be, yes. And I forgot to put that in the show blurb.
We don't put it into the show, or not. Do we put it into the show blurb? Doesn't matter. There will be a remix news of May with someone. So... Anyway, where were we here? I think we should play some music, shall we? After 20 minutes of talking, maybe
no, that
it's
was 10. 10.
15.
10.
15.
10.
15.
We started the show exactly at 20:07, and I stopped talking at 2019. So, okay, 12 minutes.
Well, we are still talking, and it's 2022 now, so I think I'm right then.
Is it 2022?
2022. Yes.
Wow.
That's the clock stage right
I
now.
must be off on my year count.
Oh my god. Anyway, what should we play? Let's see first. Let's see what we. Yeah.
While you find out, the Sid you heard in the introductory part before the show started was Happy Birthday Sid by Magnar.
Thank you, because it was a very nice Sid.
Yes.
Yes, that was very, very nice.
Oddly paced, but it was kind of nice.
Yes. I can see that on our Archeo new list there is a Ghosts and Goblins
which I also imported.
From Thomas Bendt, and this one is marked as excellent so far. So it must be something good. Should we carry about it so we can actually play it and listen what people rate excellent about it?
We could.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So I would suggest to kick off the show then.
Let's kick off.
Thank you very much again.
Almost there. Freedom.
Wow, yeah, we have another orchestral superstar coming in to the remix scene, it seems like.
Thomas Bendt.
Thomas
Get Bendt! Get Bendt! Go to remix.qued.org and get Bendt!
Yeah, but I like what I hear here, so I think this is very promising there.
Oh yes, I very much liked it. I just pulled it in as a test track, just to, as I always do the level checks and all that. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like much on there, but it certainly did the trick.
Yeah, you base your opinion on a waveform. You look at it, it doesn't look like much.
Did it sound, volume-wise?
It sounded like it, yes.
Volume-wise?
Yes,
Testing
I know.
audio chain?
Yes.
It's not good to set your levels according to something that is not very loud.
Yes, I understand. Thank you. And thank you everyone on the channel. All those wishes. Oh my god, like I'm gonna read them back because now there's a lot. And also, yeah, I decided to kind of give up very early on today on Facebook because that's how it is usually. But I'm looking forward to go through like all the wishes because it always warms my heart. Like every year, this is a ritual that I sit down after the day happens, most of the time, like after the day happens, and I go through them one by one and trying not to miss anyone, of course, because it's like Facebook is messing it up sometimes very much, and you can't really even scroll back. Like it's very hard to get to the first one, but I really love that you can go through all of them and remember the time that you spent with all those people that know you from somewhere, and it can be someone that we didn't meet with for like 15 years or was my colleague at some point, or we were like drinking buddies for some point or whatnot, but it always warms my heart to see that they are there and they send me a wish, and I like to answer them like personally. So I understand those as well who just press a reaction or don't do anything because it's so overwhelming sometimes, of course, with several hundreds of wishes. But I think it's like it's just fantastic to remember everyone in your life and those that at some point were really a core part of it or whatnot, and yeah, it's always nice to see what's going on with them. So
I don't know if they fixed it, but every year up until last year, well, still last year, if you do go through all the birthday wishes one after another, like the day after or whatever, whenever it is, and respond to each of them, Facebook complains, oh, this is not how these features are supposed to work. Like, what, you're not supposed to respond?
No, really?
Yes,
is that? Wow,
always
I never
blocked me. I guess I'm too fast or whatever. But thinks I'm spamming or something.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't type slow either, but I didn't get this. What I get is usually the scrolling struggle that you unfold 10
that
by 10.
And then it gets really, really, really sluggish.
Yes, and then it freezes, and then you need to start again from where you stopped doing it. So there were years when I tried to keep up with the wishes, like, the whole day when they came in, I'm like, yeah, sure. But yes, it's kind of nice to see all those people and everything. And let's not forget about the fact that since show is every week and our next show will be next week, Slaygon has a birthday next Monday. So that's
which
also
is not
something.
a Thursday.
Not a Thursday, no, but we can celebrate your birthday next Thursday on the show. Nah. Well, it's closer to Monday. A little bit closer, at least.
Well, I think... Is it? Yeah, a little
yes,
bit.
It is, like by one day.
Yeah.
But yes, so Slaygon has a birthday, and you were born on the same day, not in the same year, but on the same day as my grandma, which is really interesting.
Wow, I'm really old then.
I said not the same year, but...
on the same day?
On the same day, but not the same year.
If I said I went to the concert on the same day as you.
How to phrase this so he won't misunderstand it? I need to think of that, really.
I know what you meant, and you used it correctly, but you can,
I
if
did
you want
use it
to.
correctly. Okay,
if you want to, you can bend it to mean whatever you want, basically. Well,
yes, you
not
can.
whatever you want, but...
Okay, so yeah, but anyway, it's nice. Also, our relationship is how many years old now? It's 8.
Skate. Or die.
Yes. Yes.
Or die.
Page
The
not
new-
available. Yes,
yeah,
you wanted to proudly show the new page not available
Yeah.
instead of the previous horrible,
Yeah.
not formatted text that
Yeah.
we had there. So
That
yes,
looks nice.
very nice.
Patoing did the Petsky version of that skull, and then I made a SVG, a grayscale SVG out of it, and turned it the right way because he had it 90 degrees turned.
And I0 says that he can celebrate your birthday on Sunday.
Yes, that would be closer.
Well, that's a little bit closer, at least, that's
It
for
is.
sure.
Oh, hello, mother. Oh,
Aw.
oh. Okay, look at her. She says, give Erika a birthday hug from me.
Aw.
And she sent me a picture of flowers. Is that
Very nice.
visible? No, it's not
Aw,
really
thank
visible.
you so
on there.
much. Yeah. And yes, I briefly saw that the greetings are coming in, so I'm going to react on them as well very shortly. I promise. I promise it will just take some time.
It will take some time.
It will take some time, but it's so much fun always. Every year. And not really sure what you mean, I0, with the which one is older question.
Me or your grandmother,
Right.
I guess.
Well, my grandma would be 104 right now if she would be with us. So, but she decided to go at the age of 88.
Oh, she decided to go.
She decided to go and leave us at the age of 88. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Just. Bye-bye, suckers. I'm
Well,
out.
not consciously. It's not how it works.
That's what decision means. That's
Yes.
a thing you make consciously.
Yes, I
Otherwise,
know.
it's
but
not a decision.
yeah, obviously, yes. But yeah, that's it. So, and she always was on the move as well. Like, I don't know, all these Geminis, they are just always on the move and always talking and always sometimes cheerful. I mean, sometimes cheerful, yeah. Absolutely, well, terrible optimists sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes, like every human.
I mean, yeah, I totally give you that. I am an idealist in a way sometimes, and I'm aware of it. That's the thing. I know that it's a bit of naivety there, but still it's there, and it needs to be there. Sometimes, yes, sometimes I just feel like there's just no way that it cannot be there. Like, you need to believe, you just need to fight, need to be there for something. So yes.
I'm here for the Commodore
Yes.
64.
And we are also here for playing requests here.
Yes, we are.
And the next one is I0's request, which would be Lomaxx, the Wolfchild Rebirth project. Because it is Amiga Remix 42. That's so nice of you.
That's awesome.
Okay, let's check this one out. I'm curious.
I'll accept that as a foodly-doom.
You will?
Yes.
Okay. How come that you have beer? I didn't even see it in the fridge.
No, we're on the bottom shelf.
Aha, you have hidden it.
Next to the rhubarb.
Yeah, you have hidden it.
Yeah, next to the rhubarb.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because when you open the fridge, you can't see below the rhubarb or...
No, there's so much rhubarb that you can't even imagine. If anyone wants rhubarb, you are very welcome to take some.
Yeah, I'll mail them to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you will.
Yes, he will.
I don't have any doubts about that.
Eh.
And people, you can put in requests. Really, it can be other things as well than my tracks. Thank you very much, because I will start to feel awkward about this.
Well, it's your birthday,
Yeah, I
so
know, I understand,
we're having
but
a
still,
party.
No, it's very nice. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. I don't know. There's something that came onto me from Sweden, I guess, and I just can't handle this type of attention anymore. It wasn't a problem when I was 16 years old, not kidding. But there's just something that happened for some odd reason.
I didn't know I came on to you when you were 16. How did I do that? I didn't even know you.
No. That is really not what I wanted to say, but...
Okay. So, who was hitting on you?
But there were a few people.
When you were 16?
There were a few people.
Swedish?
No, not Swedish. No, but yeah, it's a kind of thing that Swedes are so modest, and when they get some, how to say that, when they get some congratulations and cheers and all of that, they start to feel awkward and they step in the background, they say thank you, and then they carry on. And I don't know why, but I live here for, well, nearly for 8 years, but it just infected me as well. And I feel the same awkward. And I don't know why, because this wasn't a problem before. So I guess it's just this thing.
This thing.
I mean, there should be, actually, you should be okay with celebrating your achievements. And you should be definitely happy about that. And I have no problem with that. Regarding me, probably I have a little problem with that. Sometimes I forget to celebrate my own things, and I try to celebrate everyone else. But it's certainly not easy, I think, to find this balance with the things.
No, it is not.
It is not, but
No.
when you
It's
deserve it, you deserve it, and I'm happy to celebrate you anytime. So,
How about you?
yeah, that's one thing. But he did an amazing birthday cake today, and it was really like much appreciated. He
I learned
used
something
everything
new.
I love.
Yeah, I learned something new. You could
Yes.
boil some, well, not boil, but heat up some cream and put a bunch of chocolate in there and make it a very nice, flowy, chocolatey thing that you can cover the cake with. So I did, because she
Yes.
loves chocolate, obviously.
Well, I like chocolate, but I also like strawberry, and
Yes,
then
and there were plenty of strawberry
yeah,
in
you
there
were
too.
you were fusioning my favorite things there, which is really, really much appreciated. We didn't even eat dinner because we only ate like cake today and some small food or whatnot. But yeah, that's kind of it was so good. Thank you again. So Yogi wrote me a message. And it said, "Happy birthday. I hope Kenneth will buy you whatever you want."
I did.
Yes, he did. Thank you so much.
Unfortunately stuck in Hamburg right now, but
No, it happens. I
yeah.
mean, it's with that company. I read that sometimes it can take a while, but yeah, hopefully they will serve me well. So, yes,
well, if they arrive,
they will arrive. The previous one also arrived, and
eventually.
it was above my expectations. That's why I wanted these.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the same thing.
Mhm.
Trying to get off my hoarding habits, which is very, very hard. Honestly, it's so hard not to collect things that you love. But you gotta admit at the end of the day that you just won't use 80% of whatever you have, and then you need to get rid of shit, and this is what I'm going to plan to do right now. So I always have a buy and a sales cycle. Now the sales cycle is coming up, and yes.
You mean like all the bags you have?
Yeah, but here is the thing.
Which ones are you gonna keep?
It's also hard because there are some that I just really find aesthetically pleasing, but I know that once I start to use them, they will just go bad very quickly because some of them are just, cheaper material or whatnot, and these are the ones that I'm trying to eliminate now. So I will aim for the long-lasting ones. I still like the most the materials that last longer, and they can serve me for quite a while. And I frankly, I look at my bags not as bags, but they are companions, since I travel a lot and move around a lot when I go out.
So you need a lot of them?
I need some types of them, because then for certain purposes, some are better than others. And you definitely should not look at me like this, because before the last travels, when you needed to take a lot of tech gear, we had the perfect bag for that, because
sure.
I had that.
You can buy like a shit bunch of them with a 1 centimeter difference in each of them, just to have the perfect bag.
That's not the point, and not all of them needs to be there next to each other. You need just a few, but if they have a clear purpose, like that will definitely be the tech bag from now on, because I think that's the perfect material for that, and it looks sturdy, and it will be sturdy, and it will last for quite some time.
Oh,
so
hello,
yes.
Reyn.
And hi, yes.
And Nardog, she sent me a video of the Swedish death cleaning thing at some point.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, like really accumulated collections of stuff and all of that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a good thing to avoid though. So yeah. I'm not that much of a bag lady though than a coat and jacket lady though. that's more like it. But they also need to have a clear purpose there.
No, you're not that much of a bag lady. First of all, you do have a home, so
right.
yeah, so
Right.
you do not need to carry all your belongings with you in a bag, which is the definition of a bag lady.
But if I would be, I would need to have the proper bag with me that is
Of
practical.
course, yes, of course, yeah. So every bag lady knows exactly what you're talking about, because they totally have access to the internet and can listen to this show.
Yeah. No, but I mean, if there would be an apocalypse, or we would just need to should take one bag, that needs to be a good bag, because it needs to hold all our stuff basically that we can take with us.
All our stuff?
Yeah, because in an apocalypse, if you need to wander around.
Yeah, just put straps on the house and we'll bring that with us.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's why a bag is a companion. It's not just a bag, okay? Especially not the travel bags. That's why I take this very seriously. Okay. So now that we got this out of our system, let's carry on with Ephesus request, I think. Ephesus, because we are going in like almost timely order there. Any Ziona remix. Thank you very much for that again. Blushing and all of that is
on her own birthday.
I mean, yeah, but there are certain remixes that get more attention than others, and I think that this one didn't get that much attention. However, I actually like how it turned out, so I would just like to present this. And I don't know. I like the mood of the track and all of that, and it was much fun to do it in 2016. It's a 9-year-old track. Oh my god.
Must mean you're getting old.
Well, the track is getting old at least, so this is Deflektor.
go.
Oh yeah, that was that was almost a full rhythm. Who would have thunk?
Yeah, instead
Yeah.
you had a.
Yeah, that was actually a great fun to do, and this was one of the first tracks when I started to try to pay attention to mixing, and also asked Vincenzo to kind of poke there around with it, and I remember that it was a very good feeling that Vincenzo won the remix compo in AROC 2016. And I came second after that because it's I would feel awkward if
he mixed it just good enough to not win.
No, but this was a good thing. So that was very appropriate, and I was very grateful for that. But yes, this is a track that I started to keep listening to it first, and then I was like, this is something that I can definitely work with. And I never met Bendt in real life, which is a shame
pity. Yes.
and a pity. And we didn't get a chance to interview him, which is an even bigger pity.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow I think that his spirit shines through this Sid, even that like the original one, and somehow everything that I heard of him is kind of like this, like shiny and bright, and
he was the most upbeat person you can ever think of. And also, just need to sneak in the Reyn comment there. He says, "Oh, the cowbell is so cute," and you could actually see him nod along to cowbells when playing live and whatnot. But he was always so sprightly.
Yeah, it's even the pictures and everything. He must have been such a kind person, and
yes,
yeah, I wish I could know him.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So thank you for
You're welcome. That's why I positioned it, because my buttons do not work for some reason.
They don't, okay.
No.
Well,
I don't know why. It's so stupid. Sometimes they decide to work and sometimes not. Also, only a couple more minutes for the remix news of May. So we might be able to squeeze in one more track in there before we get to the remix news of May. Did I say that remix news of May is in on this here show?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Oh, good. So I don't need to repeat the fact that remix news of May will be coming up very shortly.
Sorry about this in advance. Anyway.
Why are you sorry?
No, not sorry. No, nothing.
What did you do?
No, I don't know. What Lala did, though, I think that must be a miracle, and I didn't see it yet. So this will be my first time. And yes.
Which also obviously then means that you cannot leave the room while it's running.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So I'll go for a pee break before that. And yes, he is fantastic. I mean, all his enthusiasm and everything going into these things. So we are super grateful for that. And Lala, again, a shout out for that.
Big applause. Oh, we can wait for that until after the episode.
Yes, so...
then we do the wave.
Yes, we will. Okay, so maybe we should play that track and then check that out after.
Yes, then we go straight into remix news after the next track.
And Stu at Icon64 wants to hear Angel from Lagerfeldt. So.
Oh, is that Stu64? Hello, Stu.
Hi.
Ouwehand. Stu Ouwehand, I think his name used to be. Or something like that. Anyway, that doesn't matter much. Play the thing.
Yes. So, Lagerfeldt.
Angel, come and
Bass drum action.
Why? Really? Why? You can see it, but not hear it. I do not know why. Give me a second.
Maybe we should play something else meanwhile you figure this out, or how should we do this?
I thought I fixed it, but there's a quick fix in case that doesn't work.
And
but that requires... No. Why? That requires me to kill this for a bit. But we can do that.
Is this a browser restart thing again?
Not a browser, OBS. Crying out loud.
Okay.
No?
I see some volume there, but...
yeah, that's us.
It's us.
Why? Why isn't it working? Let me just try one thing.
There's one thing I learned, that this tool is not really stable.
It's not the tool. It's the audio routing and things taking ownership and whatnot of the
Okay.
sound card, which it should not do. I told it not to, but it does.
You know what? You have time to figure this out. I can play something else. No worries.
Yeah, but
we rather decide to do this struggle on air, because it's much better when we do this on
yes,
air.
of course it is. But play something else, and we'll get back to you on that. So I did test all of this before, and yeah, thanks DMC. I thought that was it too, but no, it wasn't. So I'm just gonna reboot the bloody thing.
Let me just.
Let me.
Yeah, because I did not prepare for request now, but
obviously not.
But here is Dr. Future and good old times for Bolo then.
I wouldn't believe you no matter what you tell me. No matter what you tell me.
Jesus Christ, now we have sound.
Okay.
Let's go directly
Hi
to
everybody,
Remix
my
News.
name is Ziona and these are the latest releases on Remix 64 for the month of May 2025. There were 9 releases on RKO and just 3 releases on AmigaRemix.com this month, for a total of 12. We will be listening to all of them during the next several minutes, so let's get started. Our Greek newcomer Tollis released 2 more remixes this month. The first one of those is titled Barbarian the King, originally composed by Richard Joseph. The second release from Tollis is called North Star Remake. The original SID was created by Bendt. Eivind is really determined to make the rest of us look lazy by releasing 3 additional remixes in May. This is the first of those called Armageddon Man, a classic tune by David Whittaker. Next up from Eivind is Innovation, a great remix of a great Sid tune, originally by Johan Samuelsson, also known as Stinsen. The third and final remix from Eivind this month is a remix of a Gnosis tune from the Amiga titled Galonia. This is also Eivind's 12th remix this year so far, and it's still only May. Wow! Not to be outdone by Eivind, Dr. Future was also busy this month. This is 80s Past, originally composed by Richard Bayliss. What you are listening to now is Jammin' Loose, Extreme Loose Edit, a Boogaloo tune remixed by Dr. Future. This dark remix is Ninja Carnage by 7DD9. The original was composed by Aaron Hickman, also known as Dia. Okay, I really would like to know the secret of people who are releasing multiple remixes month after month. Like Vandalia, who also wasn't satisfied releasing just one, he released 3. This one is Burning Mist, a fusion remix of Hades Nebula by Ben Daglish and Thanatos by Rob Hubbard and Julian Breeze. The second one by Vandalia is Lotus Free Miami Ice Special Remix, composed by Patrick Phelan. And the third Vandalia release this month is Stardust, title screen music, extended remix. The original Amiga tune was created by Risto Vuori, aka Rib. Our spotlight track of the month is the majestic whizball-shaped signs by V. Kaufman, originally composed by the legendary Martin Galway. Enjoy! You can find the rest of this remix and all the other remixes in full for free on remix.qued.org and on amigaremix.com, where you can also vote on them. Keep the remix scene alive. Till next time, this was Ziona. Minden jót, sziasztok!
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ziona. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ziona. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
We now return to our regularly scheduled program.
Fudum dish.
Thank you, Lala. I have no words for that. Oh my God.
Well, but you do have laughters, apparently.
Yeah, well, yeah, sorry, that was fun. I mean, it was fun, actually. It was a fun project, and it was fun. The surprise at the end was fun. A lot of fun.
A lot.
Yes.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes, I think Lala will watch this later, but thank you again so much for all these efforts. Yes.
And sorry for the laggy bits and whatnot. I will try to check what is going on because I do record the outgoing stream as well. But Remix News will be uploaded in its full on YouTube from the original source file and whatnot, so should not have any delay issues and such in there. So yeah, that will be on the Slay Radio YouTube channel. Channel on the channel later on. Yeah. I mean, and Lala streamlined this process so much that actually my comments were rather his comments, so to speak. So it's he set up everything. He has the whole thing, the video. Even he does scripts apparently now. So, but I could definitely identify with his scripts. So that's the thing that they were great comments as well. So yeah, I think it's a Hungarian thing or something. I don't know.
But others enjoyed it too, so it must not be Hungarian.
Oh, did you do a poll?
No, but FS said Ziona's comments are on point, and I just wanted to say that Lala is it's Lala's kind of achievement there, because he has definitely great comments added there. So thank you so much for that. And yes, it's a fun thing to do.
It is. Yeah, it was fun recording it. Did how many takes? Like 5 altogether?
No, it wasn't 5. That was 2 or 3, and that's it.
No. 2 on the day when we actually did the video, but before then we did like 3.
Yeah, that so didn't
5-ish.
matter, I guess, because those you didn't send.
No,
luckily.
I did not.
Luckily. It's good, thank you. That's so nice of you. So yes. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So Birthday Girl does birthday remix news.
I wonder who will be the next one.
And thank you so much, Lala, for making it happen for tonight. That was great that we got that in there tonight, actually. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And yes, thank you again for the Easter egg.
Yeah. It was a hard time not revealing anything because I saw that earlier today.
Yeah, of course, but lucky you, I went to sleep after I worked because,
Yeah, I saw it earlier than that.
Yeah, right, okay.
While you were in the office working. And me doing this.
You doing that?
Yeah, rolling my thumbs.
Okay, good. Oh, but yes, definitely very, very nice things there. And it's we are halfway in the show and we barely played any tracks. Like, what do you think?
Yes, I can think
We can
that
think
because
of that,
that's
yes.
kind of what we usually do. There's been a bit extra to talk about tonight, so
Ever
there's
so
that.
slightly. There's that, yes. And I think, well, our next requester will be Kat Luna, who is waiting for this for a while, but since we barely played any tracks, we are just making to it, so fun thing. And well, she requested artillery, so what can we do?
There is nothing else to do than just play it because it's a great track.
Oh, is it?
And yes, it is.
Yes, I mean the original Sid is really great.
No, the remix is really great.
Yeah,
Well, original Sid is great too, but the remix is also great.
well, it's easier to make a remix of a great track, right? I mean, one would think so. But yeah, that was me and artillery around 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember, but yes.
Something like that, yeah.
Yes.
Fiddly dum dum. Fiddly dum dum. Fiddly dum dum. Come on, it's right there.
Well, what can I say? You always improve things, right? Is that what you do?
I try my worst.
Yeah, you definitely do. But yes, that was it. Thank you for requesting it, Luna, and I'm still glad to hear that some people love it. That's so nice to hear and see.
It's a lovely track, hard not to love.
And Siny said it's a damn hard synth remix, and it's true. It is true. It's like, it's so mind-blowing that it feels like, first it feels like the melody is kind of starts simple, and that gives you the illusion that this won't be that hard. But then when it gets to it and that all the things are coming in, I realize that it's really not easy.
Yeah.
Really not easy there. So
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of something Reyn said at some point. I think it was with regard to Richard Joseph tracks, that they sound simple, but once you kind of start digging into them, they just, oh shit, it's complicated all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's what makes great tracks. They sound simple, but they are complex.
Yeah, totally. But as you probably know, because I mentioned this before, my favorite tracks are usually where there is something you can hold on to, aka a hook at least, but there is a twist on it. So it's not the most obvious thing in the world, which is kind of hard to do sometimes. For me it is hard because I always end up at the same place and I finish tracks as it's like the obvious continuation of the melody line or whatnot when I actually write my own music. So it's hard, but whoever can do those twists I really admire because it's so cool.
Yeah,
that's the best thing to do.
I agree. And Siny says, this is why I simply keep away from some SIDs to remix.
Oh, you have the capabilities to deal
Yeah,
with
exactly.
this SID, I think.
Well, was what I was going to say. But
Definitely.
what do you mean? You of all people should be able to do that.
Yeah.
You with a perfect pitch and everything.
Yeah, I'm not afraid that you would ruin it, so nothing like that.
Yeah, curse this perfect pitch.
And he has a perfect...
Use it for good.
So he has a perfect pitch.
That's what he says.
Right, okay,
So-
then it must be even easier,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And I was never certain how you can define the perfect pitch itself, because
Is that you hear a note and you know exactly where it is on a keyboard, basically.
Okay, so any note, and basically you instantly know where you put it
or a
on
chord,
the keyboard.
or
okay.
a chord which individual notes are being played. So if you want to transcribe, for instance, an arpeggio, you hear all the individual notes in the arpeggio basically instantly.
That's I hear them, but I don't know where they are on the keyboard. That's the thing. That's what makes me think, because
I don't actually hear them, the individual notes. I hear when the notes are right, but I don't hear the actual notes.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. No, I definitely can break up an arpeggio.
Oh, thank you, Yogir.
Aw, thank you, Yogir. No, I can break down a chord or an arpeggio easily to its, like, the keys that are there, but I would have no idea where they are on the keyboard, and I never learned music officially, so I'm just, I'm looking on the keyboard until I find the right one that sounds right, and then this is it, okay, and that's it. So it's kind of hard to. And one thing actually I have when I need to have a C, like a C note where the whole thing starts, then I know which one it is. Even now I could hum it out. Yeah. So I know C, but I wouldn't be able to say if I hear a key that it's an H or an F or an E. Maybe after some practice time, like if I would start to practice on the keyboard, maybe I would be able to identify them, but definitely not like out of the blue. So I don't know how and where exactly the perfect pitch starts and ends, but perfect pitch is a disease, but so handy, says Reyn. Okay. The thing with it is not just to have perfect pitch. I also can hear the whole scale and harmonies and arrangement in my head from one stinky note. That's really cool.
Yeah. So you kind of see the star at the top of the Christmas tree, and then you can dress the rest of it without seeing any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty handy.
Yeah, totally. Love that. Yeah.
Okay. Reyn says, seems all babies have perfect pitch, but most of us lose it. Wow.
That if we don't use it,
I did not know it.
we lose it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or kind
Yeah.
of.
So you should shove a piano in the baby's face right from birth. Here, plink away.
Yeah. Yeah. What I usually do with tracks is when I start to listen. When I'm not consciously listening, then I just enjoy the whole arrangement. But when I start to kind of get out, like for the bass, then I focus on the bass, and then I can totally hear the bass notes, so I can definitely write them out. So that's why I don't use a SID to MIDI converter that much, because I just blink the notes there.
Yeah, that's where we differ, because I do, but then there's a whole bunch of cleanup to do, and identifying the right ones in there is kind of the key to get the thing right.
Yeah,
obviously.
I hate those cleanups. Sometimes actually it makes it faster, but sometimes it's just such a
it always
hassle.
takes me a long time to do the cleanup part, but once you get the cleaned parts, like 3 different or however many kind of instruments, I guess, you have in there, you clean them individually, and then try to separate out the like kicks from the bass track or whatever, because they always get mixed up and that sort of thing. But it would take me way longer to actually try to find the notes on a keyboard, and the end result would still be the same. So it's just quicker for me to do the cleanup rather than trying to find them on the keyboard. If I need to fill in a short section or whatever, then the keyboards come in handy. Yeah, that's why I got my DX7 back in the early 2000s from JGB. Yeah,
now it's not in use even.
No, it's just standing there against the
Sadly.
wall, collecting dust. Yeah, the Native Instruments keyboard is more kind of, I guess, hooked in and whatnot into all the plugins, and you have more knobs, so you can kind of automate lanes and things like that much more easily. So,
there are certain benefits of that, but that's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
don't
the
know.
keys on the DX7, fucking lovely. Even though I don't play.
Even though, you don't play, that's the fun
but the
part.
keys, they feel real and like proper. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, they should be. Maybe at some point we need to learn how to play piano and synthesizers.
Yeah, it's never too late. I'm only 50-something, you know. It's, I've only just started.
That's just a number. I'm 2 times 21. That's what I'm gonna say from today and onwards.
No, you're 3-bed.
I'm free bed. But
yes, you're 3-bed.
Yeah, but most of the people won't understand that part.
Yeah, that's good.
One. Yeah, well, okay.
Make them do some research and whatnot.
But 2 times 21 is kind of cool, because you could become an adult twice. Like, I technically could have an adult child by this time,
Oh, you could.
which never happened in my life, but in your life it did.
It did, yes.
So yeah,
You
it's
can,
fun. It's a lot of
you
time.
You can. We can share him.
Oh my God, poor Rob! Don't say that, Jesus.
Hi, Robin. I love you. Oh, and
Be
yes,
respectful to your son, please.
and yes, Reyn, I did say knob, or knobs even, plural.
Well, there were several knobs, right?
Yes,
There's always several knobs when we.
I like doing that with my knobs.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Fantastic. Everyone wanted to know this.
Crucial information.
Okay. But we also have an unknown congratulator with us who wants to hear Eivind Sommersten and JT. We got the fire. JT 42. So he was also 42 at some point.
At some point. I'm gonna test something real quick.
Test it real quick.
Nope, doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Oh
Nope.
no. Okay.
Nope. Oh, it does.
Oh, look at that.
It
Okay.
does. It does.
Excellent.
Good.
So
Good.
really
There we
nice. Then we can play sound from YouTube videos again.
Yes, we can.
That's
Oh, well.
very nice to know. And I have a message to send to the Deutsche Gratulant. The Deutsche Gratulant, thank you very much for this video. It's very lovely, actually, and it has 10 million views, and it definitely is under the Universal Music GmbH copyright kind of protection. So probably we can't play it on air. I'm so sorry, we can't really play copyrighted stuff. That's the issue here, but very lovely, and thank you very much.
Or rather, we can, but we will only go out on a limb for C64 remixes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
sometimes Amiga.
Yeah, and sometimes demo scene. But
Sundays in particular.
yes, yeah. We also play some Amiga remixes here.
Yes.
It's not that we deny people asking for Amiga remixes
We would
here.
never deny I0.
No, not him either. No, but definitely.
Nor would we deny Ear Zero.
But yes, anyway, it's we have definitely a palette to work with here, and it's mostly about Commodore 64, Amiga, and demo scene related tracks, and yeah, as lovely as it is, unfortunately, we can't really play anything that is under copyright protection or whatnot, or at least it's it's a gray area sometimes. So
sometimes.
Oh, FS. Oh, I didn't consider this. I'll send you the CD or MP3. Yeah, but even if you said that, that doesn't protect us, our asses from Vevo and Universal Music.
It does not.
It has 10 million views. It's actually a really nice one. Let me post this link so you understand the.
She's posting it on Discord, and if
On
you want
Discord.
to join us on Discord, you can do that by going to slay.radio/discord.
Yes.
Nice cake.
Rolf Zukowski und seine Freunde. Wie schön, dass du geboren bist. So, how nice that you have been born.
Oh, I thought it was you're on the toilet and you get bored.
Geboren.
Das in Swedish means toilet.
Really? It
Yes.
means toilet?
Yes.
No, and
Yeah,
I need to.
When you get to a meeting or whatever. Sorry, jag kommer tillbaka snart. Jag ska bara på dass.
På dass. Good thing I learned this now, so next time they tell this to me, I will actually understand what they are saying, because wow, I had no idea about this word. I never heard this.
Yeah, technically, like Siny says, it's an outdoor toilet, but
wow.
it has been adopted as like any toilet these days.
Oh my god, okay, that's incredible. Okay, well, always something to learn, I guess. Even if I live here for 8 years.
Echo Show
Never
says, Das Boot. Yeah, you can go to Das in a boot too. They're kind of high.
Oh my god.
And robbery and whatnot. You can certainly go to Das in one of those,
And then,
if need be.
and then what would you say about Dus's nickname?
That's why he has that nickname.
Really?
Yes.
No! Oh my god! Oh my god! It took me 8 years to figure this out. Okay, well, that's brilliant. It was already worth to talk about this, wasn't it? Right?
Always necessary to talk about toilets.
Well, even if that's not that necessary, it's
What?
always not necessary to talk about it, but at least necessary to go, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yes, and I would prefer you go to Das instead of, I don't know, the boot.
das Boot, yes. But we have Bolo with us with a request, and if you want to put in more requests, this is a good time for doing that.
And you can do that by going to slay.radio/request.
And the request was Reyn, who is with us, I think. and Happy Birthday remix.
Sorry about that. Fuddly-dum.
Aww. Yes, this is the Swedish standard Happy Birthday song, and it's in the remix by Reyn.
Wow.
Wow. So.
Hello, my name is Wow.
Yes, very, very nice. Yes. Yeah, Dutch is still a mystery language to me.
Jag må leva ut i 100 år. Jag visst ska hon leva. Ja, visst ska hon leva. Ja, visst ska hon leva ut i 100 år. Och när hon har levat, och när hon har levat, och ja, när hon har levat ut i 100 år, ja, då ska hon skjutas, ja, då ska hon skjutas på en skottkärra fram.
Aha.
That's a way of singing it.
That's a way of singing it.
It is.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
No, not beautiful. even missed the beat in there.
Yes, but I appreciate all your efforts.
I think the cake was better than that.
It was. I have no arguments about that. No arguments.
No, because cake is always better.
Not always, but this one was really nice. In fact, I'm actually thinking if I should eat another slice, but probably it wouldn't be very recommended. This is the second day when my sugar intake is like, my insulin levels are crying, I think, because yesterday I did like I wasn't that hungry. I went into the office and I made like a fruit day. So 2 bananas, 1 mandarin, 1 pear.
A pair of mandarins?
A pair of, no, just...
A pair of honkers?
Peron. How do you say that in English so you will understand what I'm saying? Pear. I think it's pear.
Yeah, it's pronounced exactly the same as pair of socks.
So don't annoy me, because I will think that I say it wrong, okay? So that would be...
It's just pronounced exactly the same.
Yes. But anyway, even if fruits and yeah, sure, they are healthy, they definitely have loads of sugar. And then the spikes. Wee, wee, wee. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry. Yay. That's what happens.
That's what happens.
Well, if I think it's been a while since I felt like so hungry that I just instantly need to eat something, because I don't really let the sugar level spike. That's why it's kind of a thing when it happens, and you definitely feel it when it happens.
Yeah, I generally don't either, because I kind of don't eat a lot.
No, you really
Just
don't. No.
eat once a day.
Yeah, that's one way of doing
that's
things.
not exactly true. I do eat a big meal once a day, but then I do kind of over the next few hours and maybe an hour before the meal, I do eat a little bit. You know, maybe some nuts at 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then other crud until about 9 in the evening.
Other crud.
Yeah, you know. Sugary stuff and nuts and whatnot.
Not sure what Reyn is referring to here, but he says, so it's exactly the same but totally different?
I think about the IKEA advert in German.
Yeah. Okay.
And Bolo says, what the F? But that advert. Sweet Cayenne, it's called from the channel, and Tysk IKEA reklam is the video.
Oh, that's
So if you want to look that up on that there YouTube, you can do that after this show. Because we're not done yet.
Oh,
we still have an
and
hour
you are
to go.
Not allowing them to interrupt whatever they are doing here. You're not allowed to leave.
No, you're not. And yes, Reyn, I said nuts.
Yes. You sometimes say nuts.
Yeah, sometimes I say knobs.
Sometimes,
and sometimes I say nuts.
Sometimes you don't only say nuts, you are nuts.
Sometimes I am. Quite often, I would want to say.
Yeah, I'm not arguing over that, but...
You're not arguing. No.
I'm not arguing, but if anyone wants to hear their favorite tracks, then there is the place for that at slave.radio/requests. Yay, I know
Ta-da!
it by heart. Yay. And until then, I have a request, because here is a groovy remix of a Sid that is not even that long. So this whole song was built up from like a few seconds, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna check the exact time of the Sid. But BeeZerk added a whole kind of structure over this song. So he didn't only remix it, he actually made a whole song out of this. And because earlier, I think Sine mentioned that the solo or something went bonkers. This is a song, half a minute, exactly, half a minute. So the original Sid is half a minute. So BeeZerk not only did a song out of this, but definitely he goes BeeZerk with the solo in this one, and I freaking love it, it is.
Which is why we love BeeZerk stuff.
Yes, exactly. So underappreciated song coming up, called Textuality and More by BeeZerk. He's just so good. I don't know. He's just so good.
It's fucking brilliant.
Yes.
As Reyn said, BeeZerk is my hero. So good.
Yeah, mine too. Totally.
Yeah.
It's totally.
That's why he's always included in your mix sets.
Oh, it's so great to mix him in. Like, I literally need to stop myself because I usually have some policies there that if I play one track or like I include one track, then probably that track won't be included later on by other remixers. Sometimes it is, but then maximum 2 versions of that. Also, from one artist, preferably maximum 2 tracks in a mix so everyone can be highlighted. Or more remixes can be highlighted, more artists, but with BeeZerk I need to stop myself sometimes. Like, okay, there's already 2 BeeZerk remixes in a mix. There won't be a third one because we need to limit this thing. And that's why I am actually preparing to do a second BeeZerk medley because there was a first one already in like 2019, I think.
He's released enough tracks for you to do an entirely new medley.
Yes, he has his entire new era, like the new era, and like the latest 4 years, I think, perhaps. Lots of good things to work with. So yeah, it's and I have actually one thing with this track because it's really brilliant as it is. I wish a little bit that the percussions would be a bit stronger, like not like louder, but it would punch a bit more in the mix. You know what I mean? This is the only complaint that I have about this because otherwise it's like brilliant. It's just perfect as it is.
Yeah.
So
I agree. And no, Reyn. BeeZerk has never become the remixer of the year. He has ended up second. In 2007, he came in second as the best newcomer, and in 2008, he came in second for the best C64 remix, and in 2013, he came in second of the C64 charts as well. So, well, C64 charts would be the charts of that year for Remix 64 with the voting, not for a competition. But no, he has never won a ROTI award.
Yeah, and it's and hi Lala, now he is with
Lala.
us. He joined. So yes, it's hard because the quality of the remixes and the bar is getting raised year by year, and it's a little bit subjective as well. But if you look at the tracks that win the top at the remixer of the year, usually are like the perfectly mixed and mastered tracks. So the mix shines through, it punches through as it should be. Every instrument is sort of clear, kind of. I think that since the bar has been raised so much, this is also part of the game, and I'm also very, very far away from the level where I want to be in this department yet. But yeah, definitely you can balance this out with great arrangements and all of that. But I think that make it to the top right now, you need all the technical skills as well there. So it's hard. It's a hard game.
Yeah,
overall,
it is difficult to get to the top ranks of the ROTIs and whatnot because, like you said, the bar has been raised. Basically, anything that fares even fairly good on Remix 64 these days, some 10, 15 years ago, that would have easily been a winner.
Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. So
yeah, the bar has been raised, and much of that has to do with very, very good musicians that people are chasing, like Lagerfeldt, like Reyn Ouwehand, and other professional musicians that release tracks every now and then, fast loaders, like brilliant musicians. Chris Hulsbeck, hasn't done very many, if any, remixes. Has he done any remixes? Jesus, why don't I know that?
Well,
I think he's only released albums. I need to check that out.
I think he released albums mostly, yes. And it's kind of hard to check, right? Because you cannot search separately for artist name here. But
yes, you can.
You can. On Remix 64, of course,
yes.
you can. Yeah, okay, that's a different story. So.
But yeah, it's mostly him being remixed and not him being a remixer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, 30 pages of Chris Hulsbeck stuff. Oh man. But yeah, even his album releases, people are hearing these and want to kind of get to that point in their remixing or music making in general, I guess, because I think it's a great scene where you can learn, get good feedback from the audience, good and honest feedback. There's been a couple of instances where obviously people have engaged their friends to kind of vote up something or vote down someone else or whatever, but for the most part it's a very honest kind of feedback type of system, which I love. It's whatever you put out there, people will be honest, basically.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you need to get there, of course, to be able to take in like constructive feedback as well, right? Because not that long ago it happened to me that someone sent me something. I think I very straightly said what I like about it, and then I said what I think could be improved, and then it was an objective technical review there that I gave, that objectively, if anyone would hear this who knows some things about frequencies, right, they would tell you this, like literally. So I look at it as I respect the person enough so I can actually tell him or her that. But that wasn't really welcome when I said that. And I'm very sorry, it wasn't really the intention to hurt anyone. But this particular thing, I think that was objectively there. That was not a subjective thing that I thought it works or not, but that problem was there. Yeah. And yeah, I have a hard time saying, "Oh my God, this is amazing," if I don't think so. So yeah.
It's like Reyn says, but I also find rating something in art is very dangerous. Yeah, it's like a bunch of ratings in quotes are like, yeah, not my cup of tea. I don't know. To me, it's more like rate something on the technical merits rather than if it's your style of music or not. That's kind of, for the most part, I think if you get a bad review for something, it is more on the technical side of things, usually. Why are the drums so flat, or where is the bass, and that sort of thing. Not the, I don't like this style, which is an artistic choice, of course. And yeah, sure, doing mixing differently is also an artistic choice to a certain degree, I guess. But there are like some sort of things that most people perceive as okay, well, if you have drums, why can't I hear them? Sort of a thing. Sure, you can be artistic and think that, yeah, I'm gonna put those drums in the next room under a quilt and sink that drum set in the water. That's my perfect drum sound. Sure, fine, whatever. But yeah, that's kind of not usual. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think I'm very grateful that very early on I started to listen to those people that actually told me and not only smiled at me that, oh, this is amazing. And I still was in my teens, honestly. And yeah, first it's kind of, it hits you when it comes with a tone that you would not welcome or expect, but it is so rewarding to actually start to listen and then notice that how you can improve, that I think it's better than anything else, really. When you see the room for improvement in front of you, because you know that you still have a path ahead that you need to go through, and not like, I'm perfect, I do perfectly everything now, and this is so great that I have done. It's
I'm never gonna listen to anyone with any input because I'm the artist. You don't understand my art.
Yes, exactly. And it's just it just doesn't make sense to me right now, and somehow I know where those people come from who feel a little bit hurt, but it was so great to leave behind this phase when I was a teenager, honestly, because it's like, since then, I always try to open my ears and listen. Like, what am I doing wrong here? Do I understand this correctly? Like, does this come across as offensive or anything like that? It's just so important to do that self-reflection. It's just incredible. It has given me so much. To open up these doors. So I recommend this for everyone. Yeah,
but like I said, with the honest opinions and reviews and whatnot, I have a favorite track that is basically, it hurts your ears if you listen on headphones or whatever. It can actually physically damage your ears. That's how bad the mix is. But I love the idea of it. The artistic take on this track is still great. I love it. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, you can go and find Frank F and Aztec Challenge. Sacrifice is ready, I think it's called, or something like that. Sacrifice or whatever. Aztec Challenge with Frank F. It kind of encapsulates the kind of Aztec Challenge bits in a way that you can almost feel like you're in there. In a way, sure, technically not great, but I love the idea.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't need to be.
Yeah, but I guess that's the opposite of. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, of course.
Sacrifice is ready. Yes, hilarious track, says Lala. Yeah, I love it. Bad mix, but I love it.
And Reyn said that Zappa said talking music is like dancing architecture. Maybe we shouldn't talk music but play music instead.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah. Let's zip it before we say something stupid. Oh wait, too late. Oh, thank you, Lala. There we go. He posted the link on Discord.
Yes, and we have some incoming requests. Incoming, indeed. And the next one goes out to Reyn, because he requested BeeZerk, and I love bees.
So do I. I saved them as much as I can.
Good.
This is BeeZerk, Mr. BeeZerk. This is BeeZerk.
Fully doom, 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 doom.
Doom.
Fully doom, 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 doom.
Doesn't
Fully
sound that dumb, though. It's
No.
not dumb.
Pretty smart. Fully smart.
Yeah. Fully smart. I'm going to sneeze
Gesundheit.
in a second.
Yeah.
Or not.
1001.
No, I
One
won't.
Mississippi.
No.
2 Mississippi.
No, it's not gonna happen. Sorry. I almost felt like it, but no.
No Mississippis.
It just went away. So,
Oh,
yes.
your sneezes are very.
Phew.
Chew.
No, they are not like that. No,
Well,
I'm louder than that.
A little bit. Not much
Well,
louder than that.
compared to you, everyone is more silent. Compared to Slaygon sneezes, seriously, everyone is just a beginner.
Maybe I should have tried that sneezing with the neighbor cat that visited us earlier to see what the reaction would be.
Yeah, because today we got a visit from a beautiful Bengalian cat. And I think she lives in the neighborhood. She had a
It's
very nice...
one of 2 Bengals that live in the neighborhood.
She had a collar and a GPS on it as well.
Posting a picture of her right now.
Very well situated cat, like beautiful fur, but also the whole appearance of the cat and how she moved and how she acted is so noble. Like she was friendly, assertive, but not aggressive. She wanted to make friends with Puko. Well, it's impossible to
Good
make friends
luck.
with Puko, yeah.
Especially if you look like a furry sausage, because then Puko wants to eat you.
Well, that problem wasn't there though, but yeah, the problem is that Puko wants to be the only cat in the world that is being loved, so it's very hard that way. And yes, it's we were out there for quite a while to witness what these cats will do with each other, but this one was just trying to approach friendly our cats, but they...
Yeah, and Zelda was only moderately interested.
Yes, so... but very, very lovely creature. So and so noble. Like I can't use a better word than noble, because everything about that cat is so noble. It's just yeah.
She kind of kept her distance and whatnot, and only approached once the live-in cats were kind of okay with it, I guess, as in Puko and Zelda.
Yeah.
Paranoid Droid 2 says that, do only I have AV totally out of sync watching it on Twitch?
Oh.
Well, it was a thing earlier. 1, 2.
Yes, it's perfectly in sync for the rest of us, says Lala.
Hold on. Just gonna do this for later when I debug this. Wow, that is out
There
of
is
sync.
a delay on our screen as well. Oh
Yeah.
God, okay. That explains a lot.
How?
I do not know.
Yeah, also on YouTube it says.
Not good.
The FS. The FS says so.
Well, the solution is do not watch us, just listen to us then, I guess. That's enough. You don't need to,
Yeah, there's going to be a podcast version of this later on, and yeah.
Yeah, just let it be out of sync, says Aini.
Yeah, this is weird. Wow.
Lala, I will wait until Paranoid Droid spends 30 minutes debugging it before I tell him it's out of sync for us too. Very kind.
Yes, and I0 said, I provided you with the debugging details. Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
And we still couldn't debug it.
No, we couldn't. There's something off somewhere. I checked things. I never checked the sync though, and I don't understand why there's a weird sync issue. So if we do this, I'm just gonna keep doing this. It's about half a second, so minus 500, just because fun. I don't know. Fuck it. It's
Okay.
fun.
We will stay this way. Like most of the videos I listen anyway when I listen to something, so
Yeah,
I understand
me
it
too.
completely.
It's like somewhere in the background.
Not to belittle your efforts, Slaygon and Lala. Sorry about these things,
Oh.
but yes.
Since the news segment? Jeez.
That's a lot of time.
Clap some more. Fixed it, it seems. No, that was me actually adjusting the delay on the audio. So yeah, I guess the audio was delayed, but it should be a little bit better. I don't know how much better, but
Delayed reaction,
it's
man.
never happened. I don't even know what layer is buffering this fucking thing.
You don't need to know. Maybe we need to
I
play
do.
tracks instead.
Yes, I do, because
Okay.
I need to know why it's delaying so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, but the listeners don't need to listen to this. Meanwhile, you are looking for that, I think. Instead, they can also listen to great music.
They can.
I
Which
think that
does
would be
not.
advisable.
Which does not require looking at us out of sync.
Not that this requires looking at us at all, but
True.
anyway.
True.
But Lord Evil wants to hear DHS and Clystron Subtune free in game. I love this one, and it's been quite a while since we heard
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Dum, 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 dum. Fully dum.
Yeah, that was the continuation in the medley.
Yes.
Oh,
hello, Pete.
hi, Pete.
Hi,
Nice.
hi, Pete. Yeah,
Nice
he
to
might
have
be
you
high
around.
with all the drugs and
Yeah.
whatnot.
He might be in the hospital right now, so we wish the best of luck for that.
Yes, indeed. And the Samsung tablet, those are good. I think the what was it called? The Samsung 10.5 or something. Very early Samsung tablet that I got as a Christmas gift at some point. I think THE Flatline currently has that because he was going to do some Slay Radio low-level kind of coding for Slay Radio app. Because he's very, very good at ARM programming instead of leg programming, I guess. But yeah, we need to go to Spain and acquire that tablet.
That's a good reason to go to Spain.
Yes.
I mean, we need to go to Spain, period.
Yeah.
I like that.
Knock on his door and say, "Oi, give me my fucking tablet back," and then go back home.
Well, if he hears this, oh my God. And Martin is also with us. Hi, in Dublin.
Hello, Dubliner. They're the Dubliner.
They're Dubliner. And also, again, happy birthday to you and Romy as well.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Very, very well done for making it this far in life.
But also very well done that they have 2 days in between each other. Or I would say, not only just like us, we have 4 days between each other. I think they have 2 days between each other. So
anyone who gets like 1 day in between each other, or then the same day, and then the same hour, then the same minute, then the same second, and then the world implodes.
I don't know if the world implodes, but...
Horrible thought.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the T-shirt. The T-shirt.
Duh.
I think I ordered that for you. Did I?
I think you did, yes.
I did. Oh, okay. So, yeah, nice. Nice. It's nice to be this wise number. I feel wise now.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yesterday, horrible. Today,
yes. Today
excellent.
I'm wiser. Yes. Now that's it.
Okay. Easter eggs in Fedora 42.
Fedora
okay.
Linux 42.
Yeah.
I got some towels as I helped with Swedish translation.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, if you release a whole OS, I wonder what kind of Easter eggs you could put in there. Like, what was it? I made the engine for like an interview type game for the local newspaper back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I put in a bunch of like key combos, long key combos that if you type them in, you would get certain like benefits in the game. You would get extra points at certain points in the game, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
One day I got a call from them saying, did you by chance put in any cheat or like a key combo that would print things backwards, like mirrored? No, that's not a thing I put in there. But there was one person that logged in as Satan, and when they got the printout at the end of the game, it was mirrored. I didn't do that. And we tried to replicate the issue, but never could. It only happened once.
Wow. Okay.
That was fun.
It's a sign.
Yeah. And that game ran at like the visitor center of the local newspaper, Göteborgs-Posten, for like 10 years. and it only happened that one time.
Wow. Impressive. Really. Lala says, since my birthday not long ago, I kept telling people that I've entered the prime of my life because 53 is a prime number.
That's a good point. Why didn't I think of that? It's too late now. Well,
so you still have 4 days to go.
well, no, that was last year, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. No, it wasn't last
yes,
year
no, yeah,
because
I still have 4 days.
you still have 4 days being 53 in your prime.
Yeah. See, I don't even remember when I'm born.
No, you really don't. Lala, is your birthday in May? Was it? I'm wondering. Like, I don't know. I don't remember seeing it. Just wondering about this. But anyway. And Martin says we have no seconds in between our birthdays. What do you mean by that? Did I say something that was implying seconds? I'm wondering.
I did.
You did? Okay. Yeah, right.
With the implosion of,
Right.
I said the world, but I meant the universe, obviously.
Okay. All right, let's see what we have on the request list. We certainly have Press Play on Tape and Thrust that was requested by FS. This is a Gemma free request. Definitely. FSS says also we need to look into a request that was asked by Luna. That is a machine supremacy track, but it might be kind of gray area. So let's look into that now.
Also, Lala's birthday is in June.
Which day, June, Lala? When was that exactly? And why we didn't celebrate that?
On the witch day.
On which day was it?
It's
And-
witching.
You have time to answer during the next track, please. Thank you. Press play on tape and thrust.
Doom. There we go.
There we go. It's also
Lala,
a prime number.
Yeah, Lala is in his prime, and also his birthday is on a prime number.
So
7th.
7th, it should
No,
be.
it's later than 7th.
Later than 7th?
Because he would have had his birthday by now then. He would be 54. Or if he just had his birthday, I don't know. Was it 7th
Well,
or 3rd?
It
Or the
can be
1st?
3rd or 7th or
1st?
11 can be also.
Yeah.
Okay, he's writing. Oh no, it's
13,
not public.
17?
Okay.
19?
Well, I have
23?
I have the information, but I can't share because he did not let me. He did not let me share it. But anyway, now we know at least.
Well, it's a prime number, so
It's a prime number. That's
that.
it.
There's
okay.
a bunch.
I think that's well said. So at least there are some possibilities out there for the people. These people enjoy. There's something about these June people. I don't know.
Yeah, these people.
These people. These Geminis. Unbelievable.
These jamming eyes.
Jamming eyes. Yes. Yeah.
We have protectors on for a reason, because jamming eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Boink, boink.
We are also silly.
No.
Ever so slightly.
We?
Sometimes.
What? Really? No.
Eh. Anyway, Luna asked for Kingfisher and Raw Lovely 2, which is that we are going to play right now.
I
Yes.
don't remember this one. I do remember BeeZerk's version of this, though.
So, time to refresh your
Or
memory
was
then.
that? Oh, that was Mahoney, I think, not
Okay.
BeeZerk.
But
But yes, thank you.
I'm
please
gonna press play on tape now.
do, please. That we just played.
Sir, my whole family's in West Harris, sir.
Well, you put my shit dead, bud.
Any more mistake I made on the sir?
Fusion intro.
track. Love
yes.
it.
Linus Volley, aka Kingfisher of Triad.
Yes. And do you pronounce this as raw lovely? Or
I pronounce it raw lovely.
raw lovely?
Raw
Okay,
lovely.
raw, raw, raw.
Raw, 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 raw. Linus Volley, also one of the Linux kernel hackers. That's what he does for a living these days.
And also, I noticed that he knows some Hungarian, apparently.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. He kind of was just posting things that I'm like, wow.
Oh yeah, it was one of those things where he thought, it seems like a fun language to learn or something like that.
Who would think so, really?
Randomly. Because why not?
Yeah.
And yes, he used to work at Ericsson. I think he kind of was at his end of his Ericsson stint when I started at Ericsson. I think we overlapped like half a year or something like that.
That's cool.
But he was in like Lund or something, I think.
Okay, so not here.
And Luna says he hacks a bunch of ARM for the kernel and open WRT stuff.
Cool.
Yes, and I think some Bluetooth thing, but very low level kind of driver type things, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
Yeah, it is
Well,
nice.
he is in the business for quite long. You could say that, right?
Oh, he's been around since the 80s, yes.
Yeah, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah,
That's
he was actually in Triad when I joined, I think. Triad. So. But then I quit.
You quit. You
Well,
only wanted to be censor. That's it.
Well, after meeting Bob and the other guys, then yeah, of course.
Of course. Right. But yeah, 80s and being around. I think someone asked earlier, how does someone become a fan of SID remixes at the age of 42? Well, that's quite easy. I know even younger people than me.
Yes,
Gohanks, for instance.
Yes, and you were some 25 years younger than you are now. When you fell in love with SID remixes.
I was actually, I was 22 years younger when I fell in love with SID remixes. So it happened in 2003, and I would say New Year's Eve, 1st of January 2003. So that's about 22 and a half years since I lived my life with Commodore 64 remixes around. Yes.
Yeah.
That's quite some time as well. But it came due to the demo scene. So I guess I had my path because I did not have a Commodore 64 to play with when I was a child. I had a ZX Spectrum. That was also a good start, by the way. So I played a lot with my dad on that sometimes. And later on found the demo scene. And from the demo scene, obviously, the path is kind of straight to the retro computers. And then hearing these pieces first, it just really made me listen to the originals. And then I fell in love with them. So this was the order of things. So I would say that is quite an unusual path compared to most of the people who play with the games, and then the melodies get stuck with them, and then they will hear the remixes later, and then it's so nostalgic and fantastic and all of that. But that was not the case for me. That was something else, but it just sounded something perfect that I always wanted in my life.
Yeah, and then you found it.
Well, I didn't expect to end up here, to be honest, though. Like, that was unexpected.
Locked up in the basement.
Locked up in a basement. Like, because, well, it's that's a topic that can be expanding the show quite a lot, so I don't want to do that. But originally, I never wanted to move away from Budapest either, because it's a very handy city. I had everything there, and it's a party city, and once you visit, you will know, and I'm pretty sure that Luna can also tell a few things about it right now. And sure, it's not perfect. Not any city is perfect, but it was almost perfect for me. Well, of course, not looking at the, I don't know, those parts I don't like, but it was definitely something that I wanted to stick with, and then it just didn't happen. I did not plan this to happen at all, so it just happened.
It just did.
Yeah, exactly.
And, it just happened that we ran out of time.
It also happened. Yes.
That also happened. So, do we have an outro song?
I think we do. I think we would not risk the machine supremacy piece right now, but we definitely can play risk. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a risk. It's kind of a gray area. Still, we can say that.
Yeah, well, their
it's
original
not a remix.
track.
Yeah. But we will play Luna's other request, which is DHS and Bubble, and we do a shout out to Pete to get better the soonest as well. And,
yes, and don't forget your tablet when you fall asleep. Don't lie on top of it, because then it gets bent like a banana, like Bozzy's tablets. Not good. Lumen? I do not know what that is. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter.
You don't need to know. That's a company. Okay.
Yeah, I figured. But anyway, I wanted to say thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Yes.
And happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you. And happy birthday to you in 4 days. So.
Well, I guess we'll say happy birthday after the fact. Next Thursday.
Next week
today,
we will say happy birthday, Slaygon.
Today is all your day.
Well, the horror. No, thank you. Everyone is so kind, and thank you so much for all the wishes. And I will read all of them back. Like, seriously, we'll go back and scroll back and everything. So very grateful, and very grateful that you guys celebrated with us tonight. So it was great fun. And thank you again, Lala, for your fantastic surprise.
That was great.
That was also fun.
I had a hard time holding back loud chuckles.
Yeah.
And speaking of remix news, the full episode will be on the YouTube channel later on. It's going to take a little bit longer than usual, but it'll be there by tomorrow at the latest.
Yes, so we are on it, and we will be back next week, which is the 19th of June. And after that, on the 26th of June, it's a good question if there will be anything, because if there will be anything, that should be remote.
Oh, by the way, 19th of June is or 19 is a prime number, so yeah.
Okay. That is a prime number.
That is a prime number.
Indeed, that is.
And
okay.
Yeah, tomorrow 17. Yeah, bit hit and miss, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Just thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight and celebrate her birthday.
Thank you.
It was great fun.
And also on the 15th of June, Sunday, I0 will do an Amiga show, the next one. It's coming, it's on its way.
And we need a promo picture.
Yes, I know. I'm already on it. I'm already on it. He sent it to me.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did.
Awesome.
So, all good. And then, of course, let's not forget about Pause Radio's schedule that you will put on the screen, because tomorrow Kate will be in her spaceship again on air. And it's fantastic. So you go and check her out because, well, we will try to be there as well. And Ziduder on a Saturday, of course, and Metricado Monday, Cactus Tuesday, and Hump Show.
Humpy
The Hump
show.
Well, we hope that the next, what was the year, won't be 1950 or something like that.
No, it's the 60s onwards.
Okay, sorry.
Off by 10.
I hope it won't be 1965, where I have no idea where the tracks have been born just yet. Like, I have no shots in those. It's just annoying. Like, I can place the decade. That's it.
So, Boz, if you are listening and want to give her a break on her birthday, do the 90s. So anywhere in the 90s.
That would be amazing, actually. Oh, sorry. And then, yeah. Anyway, no. Anyway, yeah. Hope to see you soon, Boz. Anyway.
Hopefully tomorrow. No, Saturday. Sorry.
Yeah, I have a company party tomorrow, and he knows that. Yes. So party.
Party.
And it's also Friday the 13th tomorrow, which doesn't mean anything, but pay attention to yourself.
Yeah, pay attention to all the Mike Myers is out there.
Mike Myers is okay. He is great. So we will...
Myers? Yeah, that's the Chainsaw Massacre guy.
Oh, not that Mike Myers. The one that played...
Isn't it Mike Myers?
No, I think...
Yeah, he's also an actor, I know.
Yeah, I know.
But
and I meant the actor. Yes.
Jason. Yes, thank you,
okay.
Siny. Jason. But his real name? Jason's real name? What is that? Because he had a real name. Oh, I thought it was Mike Myers. Yeah.
Mike Myers is Austin Powers.
Yes.
And we like him.
Yeah, well,
because why not?
The character Jason, the character in the movies, wasn't that Mike Myers as well?
I
thought
know.
It was. I don't know why I'm confusing those two.
No, it doesn't matter. But yeah, anyway, did we forget about anything or didn't
Thank
we?
you, Gary, for the coffee donation.
Yes, thank you very much.
Keep up the great work, he says. Thank you very much. We will try our best.
Yes, and yeah, I guess we told everything that needs to be told here. And my laptop is at 3%, so it exactly wants us to finish kind of now-ish. And Bubble Bubble would be the track that is being requested by DHS for Pete's pleasure.
Bubble,
it's not no ants at all. I think, considering it's DHS, it's why would it be ants, right?
Yeah, why would it?
Why would it?
But he does have an uns filter.
Yeah. So he can just filter out the ants, and then the rest will stay there. Okay.
Yeah, but then again, it's bubble, so he might not.
Anyway, thank you everyone, and take care and have a good weekend, and see you next week.
See you Sunday.
And Sunday, definitely. And join the other shows as well. Bye.
Bye.
There is a disturbance in the stream. Admiral, move the fleet to Slay Radio. I want that free TCP packet.